Mhm. Wow. Slow it
All
down.
right, folks. We have the legend, your your favorite Congo player's favorite Congo player, the guy that goes all the way back
Mm.
to some good days in gospel go go, the
Mm.
multi-talented Supa Dave.
Mm.
We appreciate you for joining us today. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get to it. You ready?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, all right. So so Supa Dave, do me a
Yes,
solid,
sir.
my guy. How did you get the name Supa Dave? Uh
Dang.
oh.
That's a good question, Ty. It go a ways back. That wasn't always my stage name.
Okay.
Uh, my first stage name was I'm scared to say it. I ain't even gonna hold you. Uh, 21st Speed,
Okay.
right?
Okay. That's better than
Uh,
my first one. So
what was
that's
your first one? Nah, you did it now. What
it is
was it, dog?
so bad. It was Baby Angel.
Huh?
Terrible. Terrible
Baby
decision.
Angel?
I don't know what I was thinking.
What'd you say? What was it?
Yeah, Baby Angel. In my head, it was great. When I said it, it still felt great. But as you grow older, that was not the wisest decision in the world.
Man, that's a wise decision, man. It ain't it ain't too many people that out here that's gonna say it, especially dudes that's gonna say anything about their name being an angel.
That's
You know what I'm saying? But no, but it was 21st, it was Speedy at first, and
mhm.
then 21st just came from where, part of where I grew up, and I was in I was in I was in DC jail,
Mhm.
and I just started putting Super Dave on. Super Dave was here on the wall. I was, so I don't know if they painted by now, but if you go in the DC jail and you see Super Dave was here or Upper Marlboro, that's where it came from. You know what I'm saying? But I was a big fan of Super Dave, Super,
Uh-huh.
right? He was a stunt dude, right? And
Mhm.
I was always a big fan of like I always been a fan of Dave's, like the Super Dave, the dude that did all the stunts and everything. And then it was another dude, David Copperfield. You know what I'm saying? I was a real big fan of
Mhm.
David Copperfield. And the name kind of stuck because I jive like do uh glory to God. I do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do a lot. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a whole lot that I can't do. I ain't even talking about like in the music. I'm just, this period. I'm gonna do the work with my hands. So, I do a lot. So that's Super Dave Job Stuck. Supa, right?
I think that name fits you well, for real. For real. So let's talk about some of your origin stories. What
um,
what high school did you come out
uh, that's why I act that Ty. This is why I act. Hold on. I'm sorry, Leno. This is
of?
why
My
I asked you for a
bad.
list of questions because it's a long story right here, Holmes. You know what I'm saying?
You got
Like
time.
a rack of them Jones. Like I got expelled from DC,
Mhm.
HD, and I went to Crossland my first Maryland jump, and then I got put out of Crossland, and I went to I think I went to High Point after that joint because
Okay.
where my dad lived at when he moved out to Langley Park with all the cartel. I went to Langley Park, High Point, and then I got put out of that joint. I went back to Crossland. Shout out to Miss Chisholm, you know what I mean? And then the Cheers dog, we call her. And then I got put out of Crossland again, and I end up in Sarasville, and that's where I finished that in Sarasville.
Okay. So let me ask you this, right? Since you are, I still consider you a product of Crossland High School, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So with that being said, right? Out of all of the Congo players that have ever come out of Crossland High School, where do you think you rank yourself? Or where do you think you should be ranked?
Man, that's a good one. April said, "Why I put the chapstick on live, man? I'm just, I ain't tripping. My lips is dry; they's burned a little bit. Dang, I'm trying to think of all the ones that came out of Crossland.
You got Smoke.
Smoke came out of Crossland.
Little Boogie came out of Crossland.
Yeah, Little Book. Wait a minute. Okay, are we talking sexes or we just talking go in general?
Just go in general.
All right. I don't know if Boogie came out of Crossland, but I know Sam did.
Mm-hmm.
It was another dude that came. So when I was in Crossland, it was a band called Exclusive. Right. And a lot of people don't know, about Exclusive, man.
Big Dave and them. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Dave. Let's see. You the first. So Big Dave used to do what, Ty?
Keyboard.
No.
Matter of fact, no. Back then, was he playing drums?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Big Dave, rest in peace. Big Dave was a drummer. You know what I'm saying? That band was like that. They had another dude. They had a dude. I can't remember his name. Played congos. It wasn't Tony. It was Hold it down. Said I don't know. I don't really tell you the truth. Honestly, I don't really rank myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not he better than him, or he been doing this longer than him, or he been doing this. I'm not a ranked person. You know what I'm saying? So, and to tell you, I wasn't even playing. I was playing congos, but I hadn't played them in a long time when I was in Crossland. I was actually playing drums. And matter of fact, these facts, Tank, the singer dude.
Yeah.
I was a drummer for their band. They had a trio, Tank, and I can't remember what they called the band, but I was actually a drummer there. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as ranking myself, I really can't rank myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just something I don't do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna put you in the upper echelon of Congo players that have come out of Crossland. You got you got Smoke, you got Pooh that play with Black Alley.
Who came out of Crossland?
Product.
I ain't know that.
He used to play with Traction back then.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he played with Fatal. I thought Deuce 9 played with Fatal.
I think that was a different,
Okay.
One, then another point it was another.
Yeah, probably Deuce first and then Pooh.
Probably so. Okay.
Yeah. And them two guys, man, the Pooh, Smoke, Sam, them my guys, man.
Yeah.
They like that.
Yeah. Hey, you in the mix, my brother. So let me ask you this. So you said that you started out playing drums with Exclusive, right? When you
No,
first
no,
no?
no. When I was in Crossland, I was
At
playing
Crossland?
drums.
Okay,
Yeah. But I started out playing congos first
okay.
with a band called Extreme Funk.
Extreme funk.
We was around like Homer Avenue. It was us and a band called Untouchables that was around Homer Avenue at the time. But
Okay.
that was early '90s. I don't even know what. I was like 14. We opened up for the Huckabus. The first time I ever saw the Huckabus, man. At a
Wow.
house party in the basement slam. It was crazy.
Wow. You've been
Mhm.
for a while.
Yeah,
So
no.
did you ever get a chance to play at Crossland? Or
Congo?
yeah, yeah. Or any type of
Nah.
go-go? No?
Nah. Nah.
All right. Let's see here. Where we gonna go from here?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I wasn't playing. I never played at Crossland.
Okay.
But we had little house parties and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that we was doing. With Extreme Funk, like all over the place. I'm not sure if I was playing with Potential then. Because we talking I was supposed to come out 96. So we talking about 90. We talking about 92 at the earliest. So yeah, I was playing. I wasn't playing at Crossland, but I was playing with a band called Potential, and I was just like the backup kind of player, right? It was something happened with us in Extreme Funk, and I ended up being, you know, being moved. Like it wasn't a choice. I ended up being moved to Potential, and them band was crank slam. We was opening up for Grooves Up Bumper, so that was at Crossland. I don't remember what years it was. I want to say 94, 5 at Bumpers nightclub up what was that, Allentown Road?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a long time ago.
Okay. So out of all these years of playing go-go, how many bands have you played?
You know what? I anticipated this question, right? And I counted them. I ain't even gonna hold you. I anticipated this question, and I counted them, but I don't forgot to count now. Hold on. Extreme Funk, unique percussion, and aftermath. God's plan, crazy praise. Crazy. Faces you know. That's PU 18. Hold on. Trouble Funk. Golly. Oh, Jamie This other band. I don't remember Jamie This friends. Like 13.
You done played for everybody.
I done played with everybody. So 13 bands I was been a part of.
Okay. Okay.
But if you include everybody else, like I done filled in with pretty much everybody. I'm filling in with Bob. I filled in with Chuck. I filled in with now not I'm talking about with Pop, which is a goal of mine. I filled in with uh Northeast. I'm feeling with a rack of people. So gospel and secular. You know what I'm saying? What you say? What you say? R&S. I'm feeling with a rack. So but 13 that I can think of offhand, I was actually hold on, 14. Because my last joint was the Crank Crusaders with Raheem and them. So yeah, 14, 20. Let's just say 20.
Okay. 20 it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Hold
No,
on, hold on.
hold
16. Cause one of them Jones, I'm still that's the love of my heart, you know what I'm saying? The community of hope, you know what I'm saying? So
on.
20 years and rocking on.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, how did you get exposed to go-go music?
Uh just being in the city. I mean, I really didn't listen to hear anything else. Uh and I know I remember like when I was growing up, when it came to hip hop, they wouldn't even call hip hop, I don't think. Um I'm talking like Ron DMC, but I would say Chuck Brown was the first I ever heard. And but then I migrated to like RE and their sound, you know what I'm saying? And that's what actually, because from birth, I was always a drummer first, right?
Okay.
Before I learned to play congos, I was always into drums. Even congos is drums, so hand drums. But I was always into drums, and then I would definitely have to say Chuck Brown.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, you said that you had the opportunity to be in the band with Pops, with the legend Chuck Brown, the
yeah,
Godfather, the one who gave us this great music art form that we love so much.
absolutely. Hmm.
What was it like? What was it like even? How did you feel when you got the call?
Hey Slim, when you a fan, such as I am, I'm still a fan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that I owe homage to. You know what I'm saying for that. Let me go there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Um, God do things that you think you doing, but for real, it's His work. You know what I'm saying? The plan He has for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so just some of a lot of one particular person I met on the secular side uh, and go with Jam and Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna go. I know you asked a certain question, so I'm not gonna elaborate a whole lot about it. But if it wasn't for Jam and Jeff, I would have never met my pastor, Reverend Tony Lee. You know what I'm saying? And I would have never met Googie. Googie is a sound engineer. You know what I'm saying? That was with RE, and he was Chuck's uh, sound engineer for a long time. He ended up becoming to be our sound engineer. You know what I'm saying? Mighty Mo, my homie, love him to death. Mighty Mo got had something going on, and Googie talked to Pop. Was like, hey man, I got a conga player. Da, da, da. So man, Slim, Ty. Oh, hold on. Is it okay if I call you Ty?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I keep hearing Ty. You all by yourself, exclusive. I mean, uh, what's the name of y'all band?
Exodus.
Exodus. I keep hearing it. It's in my head. Anyway, so I was like, man, Pop called me. I was living in Bonniewood at the time in Clinton.
Okay.
I was headed out of Bonniewood somewhere. I was going to do something. I don't know. And Slim, this man called me on the phone, man. He was like, I was like, hello. He was like, hey, son. Shorty. I was like, oh, my bad, Nate. I'll get back with you. My man, Nate, the BYB. Uh, hey, Slim. I didn't even believe that was him. Now, mind you, Googie already told me, he didn't put my name in the basket. Woo, woo, woo. Pop called me. It's like, son. It's like, who's this? He's like, this Chuck. I'm like, nigga, Chuck who? This Chuck Brown. I was like, yeah, okay. What's up? Cause I ain't, it didn't. I ain't believe it.
Calling you,
man. He's like, it's Chuck Brown. It took me a minute. Like, yeah, I got your number from Googie and all that. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, he hit me up, man. It was like, hey, I got some fill-in Jones, I need you to do. And do you know the first thing he asked me was like, do you know my stuff? I was like, yeah. I ain't never practiced with him, none of that. He was like, all right, meet me at this spot somewhere in New Carrollton. We going down Winston-Salem State was my first show, was a homecoming. And it was me. It was Pop. It was Sweet Cherie wasn't there that show. It was somebody else, and Lil Benny.
The helicopter.
I'm on the bus with Pop, Lil Benny, Brad, and all the boys. Juju, nigga. Man, yeah, that's how that happened.
You was up there with Go-Go royalty.
Royalty. So I ended up doing 3 shows with them.
Okay.
I did the Winston-Salem State homecoming. We went to the manager Tom, I can't remember his last name. Tom hit me up and was like, hey man, Pop wants you to do another joint in Atlanta. So and we opened up a Parliament. That was stupid. That's a whole nother story in itself. We opened up a Parliament and what'd you say? And I did another joint in town that actually Juju, fought for me. You know what I'm saying, on this joint, and then this one particular joint. We had such a connection on the last 2 joints, you know what I'm saying? It was such a different feel or lock, you know what I'm saying, with me. He wanted to bring it, So Pop actually wanted, I ain't gonna say no name, but Pop actually wanted another conga player, you know what I'm saying? And it was a rack of bands that night. And Juju was like, nah, man, we don't need that. He gonna be playing with this person. So let's do that, man. We had this lock, and I ended up playing in town in front of my people, the town I grew up in, you know what I'm saying, in our city.
Right.
Down what was we at? The Wharf? Zanzibar. Well, before everything it is now, we was at the Zanzibar, man, and that joint, that joint was love, dog. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So you played with the legends.
Yes, sir.
You played with everybody else. So now let's talk about what we came here to talk about.
Come on with it.
Gospel Go-Go.
Yeah.
How did you introduce the Gospel Go-Go?
How I get introduced?
Yeah.
All right. It was a young lady that my wife been friends with for a very long time, and I'm gonna shout her out, Kelly Ware, because she one of the first people that actually commented on this joint. And me and the wife, I had been chilling. I've been out the game for a minute. Just had our daughter and been chilling. So Kelly hit us up one time and was like, they got this thing called Gospel Go-Go. And April was my wife told me. My wife named April. Shout out to my baby. You know what I'm saying? Between Jesus and her, that's the reason I'm still here. So shout out to my baby. But her friend told us about this Gospel Go-Go jump. Man, we go down to Complex, which I know as the Racquetball Fitness Room. Right? We go down to, so she was like, yeah, they got this Gospel Go-Go thing. I'm like, Slim, Gospel Go-Go? I don't even understand what you mean right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean Gospel Go-Go? Like, I didn't know Go-Go, secular. Hold on. secular go-go, gospel go-go. I didn't have all that. You know what I'm saying? That knowledge at the time. So she was like, "Oh yeah, y'all come down, hook up with us." Woo, woo, woo. I was like, "All right, cool." Man, April was like, "All right, baby, you want to go to this gospel go-go?" I was like, "Huh? Gospel go-go? Okay, go-go, I'm going." We get down to jump, and I think we was in the balcony the first time. I was like, "Oh yeah," and the complex. For y'all that don't know about the complex, this history. You ain't gonna get this nowhere else. So I get down to jump, and I see. I think the first band I saw. Nah, yeah, no. The first band I saw was Young Prophets. I think they opened the show. EJ and his brother and them, man, them man was. I want to say Elmo was smacking with them. I don't know, but them man was cranking slam, right? I'm like, hold on. I wasn't even listening to like the lyrics and the words and the gospel part of it. I'm a percussionist, so I'm listening to the lock, the beat, and everything else. So like, all right, this tight. What else? Then y'all Bamas came up. The good old accent. The word of God is like fire. You know what I'm talking about? Little Ty, you all by yourself. How that bass line used to go, Ty?
Doom, 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 doom. That's it. That was it. That was all.
Hey, yeah. Y'all man was crank. So y'all had me. Because y'all was always on my I ain't gonna say my level, my everybody got their bang. Y'all was on my I ain't trying to sugarcoat it. I'm just trying to find the word. Y'all was on my y'all was at my liking. Like, you know what I'm saying? That type of crank was what I was used to. And then submission came up afterwards. And I was like, yo, this man was showing off in here. So we kept coming back week after week. And I saw God's Blend for the first time and saw my homie. But we got introduced to Gospel Go-Go through a young lady named Kelly Webb. And yeah, that's it. Tony Lee. I saw Tony Lee up the joint. I'm like, yo, Slim spin. You know, like with the little Jones in there, say little cornrows. I'm like, oh, show me the spin. Yeah.
So there is video.
Oh God.
With y'all in the balcony.
For real?
Oh, for sure. It's on
YouTube. Who in the balcony?
April, I believe you on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
For real?
Yes. It was the night that Ebenezer did their recording, and yeah.
I don't even remember that, but if you say it, I'll believe it.
I'll make sure you get it. Don't worry.
Yeah, make sure you because she over here listening, Slim. She like she listening, Slim.
I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what's up. And that was for real. That was before we was married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was before we got married. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Wow. That was a good party, man. It was different. It was different for me. I had experienced things like that, but I had never experienced things like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
100%. 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
So coming to the complex with your first experience with Gospel Go-Go. So, okay, let me ask you this. Since, you are aware of the Racket and Fitness days, right? Crowd-wise, as in how many people were there, how did it compare?
To what? To
the complex. So, like when Northeast was playing at the Racket and Fitness Club, and then when the Gospel Go-Go was there, how many more people was at either one?
Or you mean on a crowd aspect? It wasn't quite as many as what I experienced back in the day.
Right.
It was very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd was different for me because when I step in worldly crowd, I'm a
It's a
little
lot.
different.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's just a lot going on. Yeah.
It's a lot going on, right? I'm on my,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I'm on my speedy days, let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
But going in there, I felt like I should be on my speedy days. Because it was shoulder to shoulder in that joint. They had the chicken fingers and the fries, the fruit was cranking up in that joint. But it was a rack of Bahamas in that joint. And but I can say this now. The spirit was different. Right? You don't see a whole bunch of Bahamas freaking on each other, you know what I'm saying? They, in the pit freaking and everything. It was a real big difference, you know what I'm saying? Even though people was partying, people was dancing, the two-step, like the beat your feet, all that stuff that you got in the secular, you still had all that in the gospel, but the crowd was it was different, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a whole bunch of, nigga, you done bumped me, nigga. I'm about to spray you, Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a whole bunch of that. You know what I'm saying? People came, people left, went home, got in their cars and left. You know what I'm saying? Opposite of people came, niggas got in the beef, and next thing you know, we got this going on. You know what I mean? So but crowd wise, it was a real big. I was surprised to see as many people digging it or digging something that I ain't even know about. You know what I'm saying? But it's in my genre. But it was packed in there. But it wasn't like it were times. I will say that it was one time I remember. I can't remember what it was, but it was packed in that joint. I ain't had my usual spot in that balcony like you talked about. And I'm like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole rack of people in this joint. But there were times when there was a lot of people in that joint.
True. So you said that you got aware of God's blend from the complex.
Yeah.
So was your connection to the band with Glenn, or was it somebody else in the band?
Glenn. Yeah. Me and Glenn went crossing together. And Glenn knew me as a conga player. Not a lot of people knew me as a conga player. A lot of people, even to this day, even Big Dave, rest in peace, Holmes. Big Dave didn't know me as a conga. He did, but when he heard me play drums, after he got in a wheelchair and everything, not too many people knew me as a conga player. Glenn knew me as a conga player, so I happened to see him, and I was interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hadn't played in years. You know what I mean? It's quite a few. And I asked him, I said, man, y'all, he was like, man, I wish we had a conga. Well, no, he didn't say that. I mean, go, don't come at me, Slim. I'm just saying, that's my dude. Go was a conga player, but I was like, man, man, what's up? He was like, man, we don't need no conga player right now, but we do need a number 2 man. I was like, okay. Well, I ain't really interested in being a number 2 man. The number 2 man at that time, at those times, was a rapper, not what we call a rapper today. I call that a lead talker, right? And then you got like Lowe's 32, blah, 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 the number two man, you know what I'm saying? Hype man slash the nigga do write the raps. And then you got, you know, like Hug and Wincy and, you know, people like that who do the singing, you know what I'm saying? Uh, come on, Jay, you know what I'm saying? Sing it. You know, that type of thing. So he was like, man, you know, if you could do that, man, woo, woo, woo. I was like, all right, man. I don't know. Let me think about it. I'll get back with you. And I just wanted to be a part of it that much. Because it's where I work, where I was in my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'll be writing raps like a mother. I've been writing raps since I was knee high to a fly. So and I heard, you know, Los and 32 and I can't remember Jay Wise, you know what I'm saying? I just heard it. Go-go is something I know. The front line is something I always know. You know what I'm saying? It's something I know so much that even as a conga player and a drummer, I can remember me and my bandmates talking about, man, the front line don't be harmonizing. They don't be doing this and they don't be doing that. Nigga, Slim must be hyping here. He's supposed to be talking here. When he talking, he trying to hype. So it was just something I felt like I could bring. I was like, all right, I'm with it. So rest was history. You know what I'm saying? I came in as a number two man, wrote some raps and did some hyping and did some singing, which I don't really like doing. But yeah, it was really that's how that started. Yeah, but through Glenn.
Okay. That goes back to that I was saying, you know, crossland products when it comes to go-go.
Yeah.
I put like this, I'll say it in PG County, it's unmatched.
Yeah.
But let's keep on going down this track. Keep on going down this track. All right,
Crossland and Potomac. Oh, wait. Friendly Jive. If I don't say this, I might be sleeping outside this evening. So I'm just gonna say this. Friendly Jive had a few Bibles, but between Crossland and Potomac, nigga, yeah.
All right, so let's see here. So we've talked about the origin of your time in traditional go-go. We've talked about your origin in gospel go-go, right? So what did it feel like the very first time you played with God's Blend?
It was different. For me, it was different because that was the first time that I ever been on the front line. It was the first time I had a tambourine in my hands. It was the first time I was hyping and not on the set. So it was a difference to be me or the front line and the congregation, the crowd right there. It was different, but I was digging it. It was a real good time. It was something that I was very, very familiar with. However, because it was gospel, it was also a task that I wasn't that familiar with. You know what I'm saying? It was things you could do, say, not, da da da. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know like I can be like 58 40. You know what I'm saying? Like yelling out crews. It was like, can I do that? Come on, oh, you know what I mean? Like this, it was different, but it was great. Like I remember my first show with God's Blend. We was at down there next to the hub, Cap Heaven. I don't remember the name of that club.
Yeah.
With it was it Ken's Club?
No, that was she used to run uh 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 the club for
No,
Jesus.
yeah, it wasn't Ken. It wasn't Ken.
Somebody help
Tanya?
us out in the comments. Yes. Yes.
Was it
Yes.
Tanya?
It was time. Yeah.
What's the name's wife now, right? Not J Ray. What's my man name? Play for TCB Tony and then right now.
Oh no. Not no. It was before her.
Okay, it was before her.
Yeah, because they did my brother's place down Waldorf.
That's right. That was her first girl. Yeah, right. I don't remember who club that was. I want to say it was Ken's in that club, but
it's
dang.
Okay. You know who the running back Orlandis Gary is? He used to play with Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
It's
Nah, I ain't gonna remember that.
yeah, I just can't think of her name right now. Somebody,
Yeah, I ain't remember. But somebody gonna chime in and be like, you know. But that was the first time I played. Right? Is that right? The Hubcat having down there for old what's that? Old Silver Hill Road?
Mm-hmm.
The old Silver Hill Road. And anyway, that was my first show. And bro, it was so packed in that jump. I mean, it was hot as a bug in that jump. I remember that jump like it was yesterday. Because it was the first time I ever been on the front. And I had a good time, man. It was different. But at the end of it all, yeah, I had a good time. I had a real good time. I learned a lot. It was different to be around some dudes that was in Christ for real. You know what I'm saying? Like Paul and Jason and Scooney and all of them Bama's was for real. Go hard for God. Like and Slim God's blend was not no fluke name. On everything I love, I can promise you that. You know what I'm saying? God's blend was no fluke name, man. These Bama's had me on my knees, Slim. Of work pause. You know, in rehearsal, we be in that joint worshiping. Man, it was different for me. It was crazy. Yeah, it was my style, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, I ain't have a whole lot of God. You know what I'm saying? I was in a church that y'all like judged me a bit. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what I wore. You know what I mean? It was old school. But yeah, the first time was it was mixed emotions. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
So we have some comments from WBF Band. So that's Walk by Faith. That's most likely Zoe. And we also got TCB Tony on here. They said was the G Hop.
G Hop. Oh, you right. That's what the name of that joint was. Come on, Tony, come through with the Florida Heaven Pickles meatball. G Hop. Whose club was it, Tony? That's what we want to know. We ask about the name, Slim. Follow directions. We want to know who owned the club. Hey, speaking of which,
what you got?
That was another band I filled in with. TCB Tony. What's the name of that band?
10 Commandments.
10 Commandments. He'll tell you. Hey, before
he said it already. What was it?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me check myself before I wreck myself. God's Blend was not the first gospel global band that I dealt with. Really? And I'm glad you chimed in.
Really? Okay.
No, for real. Hey, dog. It was a band. Man. I can't remember the name. It was a band out of Woodbridge. Chucky and Posse for Christ.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that it?
No, they was from like Lexington Park. Yolanda, that's her name. Yes.
Did the dude have a wheelchair?
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah,
Right.
the lead talker, right?
Yeah.
Recipe.
No,
But he's all right. Yeah, no. I thought the big brother. I thought the big. You know what? I ain't gonna say no more, but the big brother, not Chucky, because Chucky used to kick. I went and played congos with them in Woodbridge.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Jam and Jeff hooked me up with them.
Okay.
And Chucky, the dude that's talking right now,
No,
if he's still doing it.
Chucky is the drummer. He passed.
Chucky.
Mickey is still alive.
Mickey. Which one was the oldest brother?
Tony, help us out. Help us out, Tony.
I think Mickey is the little brother. Because Chucky is the one that always talked for them. Always. But I think Mickey was a drummer. Right?
Mickey is the front man.
He the front man now. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he was the drummer.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was a show that 10 Commandments did with them.
Okay.
And I was playing drums.
Mm-hmm.
Because the drummer, who I think is Mickey, right now, was something happened, and I ended up leaving the congos and playing the drums. I had my man come play congos, my man Tim.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a show with 10 Commandments. And that was the first time that I smacked congos with a gospel go-go band. Was with 10 Commandments. Tony, you remember that? Gave me a solo and everything. I was like, I'm tired as a mug of this joke. So I did a bunch of filling in with TCB and them. I know I did at least 3 or 4 of them, and then I did a couple with my brother with DK, and they was in his image then. You know what I'm saying, on drums before I went to God's Blend. So my bad. God's Blend was not the first. Sorry, God's Blend. Love y'all to death. Y'all know it. But yeah, that did. Hey, Tony, man, don't be coming over here, stirring up stuff, Slim.
So Tony says that Mickey was the older brother and
Chucky was the younger brother.
Chucky was the younger brother and he played drums.
Okay, I see it right now. I see it now.
Yeah.
I need some.
Tony also said that the owner of the G-Hop was Yolanda.
Yolanda. Yeah, that's right. Yolanda. Yeah, that was when Yolanda. What's the name? Ken. Wasn't that Ken's wife, Yolanda?
No.
No. That was Sam. Never mind. My bad. Yeah. That's right. I remember Yolanda, but I don't remember. But I know the name. I remember what she looked. I don't remember what she looked like, but I remember the name. Yeah. He right.
So that was some times ago.
Yeah, it was. Tony, don't listen, bro. We know you know your history, man. This is not your time, Shane. Just get them Florida Evan posters for me and them sour pickles, meatball. But yeah, so man.
Okay, so
dang, the days, boy.
Yeah. So you play with God's Blend, you played with 10 Commandments, you played with Mickey with Posse for Christ. Mm-hmm. So how did you get connected with playing with Crazy Praise and Jam and Jeff?
Now, Jam and Jeff was my man. Like when we was opening up, when I was with Potential, we was opening up a bumper for them years. That's how I met Jeff. And the whole Northeast for that matter. One night we were supposed to play at the Jonah Capitol Plaza. What you call it?
Gospel Live.
God's Blend was supposed to open up.
Okay.
So we get up the jump, and I don't know what happened, but we end up not on the show. And I saw Jeff. Jeff saw me. He was like, "Man, Dave, what you doing here?" I was like, man, we were supposed to play tonight. I don't know what's going on, but we were supposed to, start the party. He was like, man, I don't know what's going on, but I'll tell you what thing. You trying to stick around? Cause I need a conga player tonight. I was like, huh? Okay. Hold on. Let me talk to the boss, the better half. Right. And cause that's late. And she was cool with it. So I stayed around. And the rest was history. Slim. When me and Jeff got in that pocket, we got in that pocket, and it was such a familiar place for me. You know what I'm saying? The pocket, the tighten up beat, the BEAT, all them old pockets and sockets. It was a wrap from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up messing around with Crazy Praise. I think Tommy was doing some other things or whatever, and then I ended up, but it was a challenge though. I will say that because I was with God's Blend. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that the two was gonna collide, right?
Mm.
God's Blend was gonna have a show, and Crazy Praise was gonna have a show. And to tell you the truth, it was selfish of me, right? To play with Crazy Praise. I'm just gonna, because my love for the Congos, and I hadn't played in years. But it was selfish of me to go and play with Crazy Praise. And I ended up having to make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And the more familiar part, you know what I'm saying, was my biggest tug, and not, God, you know what I'm saying? So it was a tough joint, dog. It was real tough, bro. But them Congos, Slim, it was tough. It was, but that's how that one happened. It got for me filling in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's talk about the Congos for a second, right?
Come on.
And when did you first start to play the Congos? Was it by accident or was it on purpose?
It was on purpose. It was so much on purpose that I used to get whoopings. I used to take my I'm 47, so a lot of the older people can you may even be able to relate to this, but back in the day, your parents had these jugs, right? One of them jug had like tea bags. The joint was like this. The next joint had flour. It was like this. The next joint had sugar. It's a little bigger than the other two, right? But the next joint had whatever.
Right.
So I used to take that stuff out, put it in a Ziploc bag, right? Seal that joint up, and I used to turn them joints upside down, and they all had different sounds. So it was I don't even know who was playing with Chuck then. I don't know if it was Foxy Rob or what it was, but it was something about it was something about that drive that caught me. And man, I was playing my mom's Tupperware, Slim, like it was with hands. And then them Jones had little small rims around it. I was busting my Jones up and everything. That's how I've learned to play, for real. That's how I learned to play.
Wow. So what was the most difficult Congo beat you had to learn?
That's a good one. God's Blend.
Okay.
Go-Go, our Congo player at the time, had a beat. It was on the Victory jump. That jump was so different. It was on a whole nother. It was on 4/4, whatever you call it, whatever them measures is, y'all know, you know what I'm talking about. But the high Congo and it was just in another, it was different than like a drop. That normal, that pace setter, right? It was oh well, no, that wasn't it. We ain't got different. It was a wild beat, bro. It was the first beat I ever heard that was, I was like, dang, it took me a minute to get it. So much that he was out one day. And I had to play the jump. And it wasn't until that day I was like, oh, I got that jump. It was crazy, dog. But Go-Go, shout out to my man Go-Go. Slim was different on the Congo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Him and that Bama KD. What's up, KD? Chaos. Yeah, but now that was the most difficult beat I ever had to learn. Other than that, I would say the Tighten Up beat, which Jammin' Jeff and Stomp Dog and me and Daryl, Big Daryl, we call it number 7. And this I don't know if it's a beat that Mickey made famous or Jungle Boogie, but it's a few things in it. It's a bunch of pops and mutes in it, and it's a cranking beat, but it's a bit busy for a Congo play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I would say Go-Go's beat for victory was definitely the hardest beat I ever had to learn.
Okay. So, with that being said, since we're talking about the science that goes into playing congos, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many beats do you think you have stored in your brain?
All of them, and then some.
Okay.
You can say the name of a beat, especially when it comes to stuff I grew up on, like one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
For me, one-on-one, it depends on who I'm playing with. Like I played with Proper Utensils and James Funk with them for a while, and one-on-one was one-on-one. But then like with for a Congo player, the one-on-one might be the beat for the drummer, right? But it don't necessarily mean that's our beat. So I might do something different instead of to do, you know what I'm saying? I might right, whatever. But I literally know all the beats with names. I pretty much know. Yeah.
Okay. So, what was your most when it comes to Congo beats, right? And the beat that you loved the most the first time you heard it, what was that beat?
Pocket beat.
Okay.
The Pocket is my favorite beat.
Okay.
Hands down, when it comes to the Congos, the Pocket beat is my favorite beat because there's so many different ways you can play it.
Okay.
Right? It really depends on the drummer you playing with.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even the drummer that you play with the most, them niggas end up knowing you and know where you can get off. They know what beat to play or how to play the pocket beat. Whether it's a dirty, I call it dirty pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is my favorite beat. Period. It ain't another beat on the drums that I love the most, but that joint. But you can play it in the old school Chuck way, right? Or you can play like a socket, but the pocket beat to me swings the hardest. Pause. It's my favorite beat. Period. It's the pocket. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Since we were talking about the pocket beat, let's jump back to playing with Chuck. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been a moment you was feeling the beat too much, and Chuck had to be like, "Hey, you're doing too much"?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay.
No, because it's a discipline.
Mhm.
And I'm glad you asked me that. Because I jive got a challenge for these Congo players out here, Slim. I ain't even hold you. I'm kind of jive disappointed. It is what it is. You're right. It's a lot of Bammers that's just rolling. I love all these Congo players out here. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to the drive, a lot of them is screwed up. It ain't. I'm a traditional dude. To each his own, right? And some people may not feel the same way I feel. But when it comes to that pocket, that socket, and that drive, to hear, let me just say this, to hear people that I've listened to all my life rolling out in the drive me absolutely nuts. It was not one time that Pop ever turned around and say, keep it straight, lock it up, da-da-da. Because his beats were his beats. And you can't, I give you this. We was in rehearsal one day, and I was playing the BEAT. And there's different ways to play the BEAT. It's two main ways to play the BEAT. BEAT, give me that beat, right? You can put the second Congo on, on time, or you can put the second Congo, early in the delay, right? Or it's you know what I'm saying? That is always there. Or you can go right.
Mm-hmm.
Pop stopped me in rehearsal. He stopped the whole practice. He's like, and he played the jump. He was like, "Hey, Dave, I can't remember the name of the rehearsal studio. Y'all probably know off Kenworth. Probably he's doing some practicing that jump too. But anyway, he was like, play that. And he played it. He was like, son, you hear this? He's like, that's how I want it. All right, cool. After that, he ain't had no Slim. His beats is his beats. And everybody beats should be their beats. You shouldn't have to do nothing in between that, because you take away from everything else. People start paying attention to you and not everything else. Congos are go-go. You take away the Congos, you don't have no go-go. I mean, you got 10 bodies nowadays. That's cool, you know what I'm saying, for the bounce beat dudes. And I dig it. I ain't hating. But I'm a Congo dude. You take away from the Congos, from go-go, in my opinion, you don't have no go-go. So keep it locked. Lock it up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Lock the beat up and watch. Pay more attention to the crowd that's in front of you, right? Because when you rolling out, man, they see all of that, but they don't see they can't. They got their camera phones out, and everybody posting their little solo joke. But man, that ain't. Ill Bill said it to me long time ago. Rest in peace, Holmes. Ill Bill was the first Congo player I ever saw from start to finish. And shout out to my man Rocket Rob. Slept. That jump stayed locked. You could get in the car the whole way. It ain't no man, everybody know you can play Slim. You ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Man, keep the beat locked. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the bands that's been doing it, they got their fans. They got who they got. the Backyards, the JYs, the What Bands, the Northeast Groovers. Listen to their Congo players, and then listen to a lot of this other stuff that's going on now. You know, so you'll hear a difference. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, my man, my nigga Sauce and Smoke, all them, all them know, man. The rollout it don't make the Congo play. It ain't about you. It's about everybody else that's up here with you. You know what I'm saying? It's a pocket is a pocket. We like to call it, but if everybody stay in the pocket, man, sky's the limit. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I went
Hey,
off track.
hey,
It was in my spirit.
people saying you're teaching today, brother.
Yeah,
You get to it.
yeah.
So since we talking about Congos and we talking about other Congo players and things like that, what was it like playing in the Congo battle?
It was cool.
Okay.
It was cool. It was something to do. Truth, honestly, I didn't really want to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had some folk that wanted me to do it, and sorry, I really didn't want to do it because, like I told you before, I ain't nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to prove. I've been, all these guys are my guys. Especially all the dudes that's been doing it forever, man. Then these, my big brother Mickey, all of them, man. I didn't know what to expect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then my pastor was like, "Hey, you got to go represent uh COH." You know what I'm saying? You got to go represent God. You know what I'm saying? And I was the only one in the jump that represented uh represented God. You know what I'm saying? Not
Mm-hmm.
saying it, taking nothing away from nobody. I represent y'all band, woo, woo, woo. But it was and mind you, I was playing for proper utensils at the time.
Okay.
Um and my man phone was like, "Hey man, you ain't represent us in the battle, man." I'm like, "Man, my church, live my church, Holmes." But it was a it was it was a pleasure. For me, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't. I don't know. It's a bunch of mixed stuff with that. You know what I mean? For real, the lineup wasn't the lineup. I really gonna say that, right?
Okay.
I was supposed to go in one place, and I ended up going and moving into I don't know if it's competition wise. This people know. What I'm saying, what I was coming with, and I don't know, but I had fun with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it for me. That's all it was about. You know what I'm saying? Having a bunch of fun. It was a different it was a platform for me that uh I hadn't been on in a very long time. You know what I'm saying? And it was good for me. It was good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You said that you were representing community of hope,
Yeah,
right? The voices of hope, right?
absolutely.
So let's get the origin story, how you got connected with the community of hope.
Yeah. That was all Jam and Jeff. Uh like I said before, man, God put you in places that you think you had control of, and he ended up putting you you end up seeing later, it ended up being your testimony. You know what I'm saying? You see later on why you are where you are and how you got there. And just my history with Jam and Jeff and Novi's Grooves in the world, you know what I'm saying, and Secular Go-Go and everything. My Jeff's familiarity with me, bringing me back to play congos, I don't know. I may not even play congos if Jeff didn't see me and knew I played congos. You know what I'm saying? And then we put a band together for Tony, for my pastor Tony Lee. Shout out COH. Put your C's up. Um, we did Pastor Tony Lee was doing young adult Bible study when he was with Ebenezer as a young adult pastor at the little church, on Allentown Road. And so Jeff approached me about it. Now he had another conga player. I ain't gonna say the names. He had another conga player that good job, went to the wayside, and he called me again. Again, it was a fill-in joint. I'm clutch. No, I'm a clutch. Anyway, he hit me for the joint, and we was playing for Reverend Tony, man, at that joint, and we went through a few musicians there. And one day, I ain't told nobody this, but Reverend Tony and my wife. One day, Rev was up there, preaching at the Bible study, and God spoke to me. He was like, "Man, hey, man, he ready for his own jump." He's like, "You just tell him." I'm no, sir. I ain't got that much faith. I don't know if that's me or you, Slim. I'm not doing that. Like 2 weeks later, Red was like, he announced it. I was like, oh my goodness, for real. So he said something to me about, and I was at a church. I was at a church. I'm gonna say that. It was very traditional. But Rev, said what his vision was for Community of Hope. Go, God. Whatever, Slim. I'm day one. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead. Where it's at? Oh, the Quan set. I'm sorry for the young folks. The legend, what we call the Quan set. Yeah, in the club. Oh yeah, I'm Slim. I'm dead. So the rest is history.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah, Jam and Jeff, my boy, my bro.
So you're still currently playing with Community of Hope, right? With the Voices of Hope. You all were recently nominated for a 2026 GoGo Award.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be nominated and recognized for your contributions to Gospel Go-Go?
It's cool.
Mhm.
Not cool. That's all right. I keep more. We ain't in this for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We not in this for no. It's cool. Appreciate it. Love y'all to death, man. Everybody that voted, and it's cool, man. But we ain't come here to get no. There's only one reward I can think of that's worth it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's ain't this crown, that's for sure. You know what I mean? But it was cool. Definitely appreciated it. I do job wish like Bama's was on time though. I ain't Slim, dude was jive tired, you know what I'm saying? It was I had a good time though, but it was cool. But that ain't what the voices of hope, the pocket of hope, you know what I'm saying? That ain't Reverend Tony Lee, Reverend Bill. That ain't what we do it for. We don't really do it for the accolades. You know what I'm saying? My pastor had a goal, you know what I'm saying? You get 1,000 souls saved, and that's where it is with us. If you can come to our church and have fun and learn what God had for you, man, that's what it's about. So I ain't tripping off that trophy, Slim.
True. So let's talk more about Community of Hope, right?
Yeah.
So for individuals that are watching that might not know the importance of community of hope to the go-go community and go-go culture.
Yeah.
Community of Hope is known as being the go-go church, right? So, how important is it to the congregation at Community of Hope to hear go-go mixed with gospel every Sunday?
It's so important, especially for our community. It's a familiar sound, right? Now I didn't necessarily grow up in church, but my great grandfather was a bishop, and so I'm very familiar with the old school church. And the old school church wasn't for me. It didn't bring me out the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't bring me out from doing the things. I didn't hear it like I hear Community of Hope. True story. When we was in the Legend, we had one of our brothers that's still with us right now. We just came out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Caught the metro or the subway. What's that? Anacostia station? No, that ain't Anacostia. That's Naylor Road. Slim walking up the street. We in the Legend. Slim walking up the street. See a bunch of cars in the Legend. And mind you, DJ Rico and them, all of them in there. In the evening, they stripping and they sweaty up in that junk. We got the sheets over the liquor bottles and everything. Slim walking up the street, fresh out of prison. All he heard was go-go. And there must have been some real good go-go. I don't know. I think we was doing our best at the time, but he heard a familiar sound. That man came up in there, was trying to pay to get in. He got handed, instead of him paying, he got handed what you call that thing when they hand you in church, a program or whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, man, I thought it was a go-go. Slim got saved that day. It ain't quite 20 years, but we coming up on 20. It's our 20th year anniversary coming up.
Really?
This dude still connected. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been back in prison. And we got a lot of people in churches like that. Like our churches, I like to tell people, like, our churches, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's a freedom about the community of hope that, I don't know, just keep me and I guess everybody else and keep it fresh. You know what I'm saying? It's with what we deal with today. You know what I'm saying? But with the go-go, it's people coming to church, man, that ain't been there in forever. And shit, they come hear some go-go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's our churches. I like to tell people our church is full of young people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the percentage is, like, exactly, but we don't have a lot of older, how you say it? I don't say older people. That's disrespectful. But I would say it's a great percentage of 30 to 55. That joint might be like 85%, if you ask me, right? It ain't a whole lot. And then we got younger just coming up behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids. I ain't never been a church goer for real. But I got a 26-year-old and we've been in church for almost 20. So my 26-year-old was what, 25? And my 22-year-old was in a car seat. right? They've been in church their whole life. And they come and have just as much fun as I have,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They get to hear the music they grew up on. It's their culture. You know, the word is always fresh in the mud. It's on today's time that you can relate with. It ain't here, it ain't there. You know what I'm saying? It's a real fresh experience. And I can really say that because I don't know, 20 years I can count on two hands how many Sundays I miss. You know what I'm saying? And it's a fresh experience, you know. I ain't gonna miss a whole lot of Sundays, I can tell you that. You know, so it's my home, man. It's my it's part of my backbone. It's part of who I am, you know what I mean? I wasn't always this 20 years ago, but you know what I'm saying? I owe a lot to what again, you think you know, but God put you in places, man, that you never saw yourself in situations, man. You never saw yourself being there, bro. It's a family. COH is it's just like a gang. You know, we like a crew. We're not a gang because we don't do gangs in the city. But you know what I'm saying? We just like the 21st crew. You know, we a crew. You know what I'm saying? And we look after each other. And it starts at the head and it trickles down, bro. The community hope is a vibe. Period.
I agree. I agree. Um, let me ask you this: with Community of Hope, uh, one of the foundational pieces of the church being go-go music, right? How important is gospel go-go and churches like Community of Hope to keeping go-go alive with the young people?
Yeah, so I don't think for us it's about keeping go-go alive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more about meeting people where they are.
Okay.
Um, the go-go will be alive, period. Uh, could we do it without go-go? Yeah, possibly. Uh, I, I, I don't see us not being able to do it without go-go because, you know, we worship God. You know what I'm saying? He first, and we done seen it over and over again. But I don't see it as we keeping it alive. I see it as the bait. You know what I'm saying? Right? Jesus went and got a bunch of fishermen,
Yeah.
people that were good at catching. You know what I'm saying? That's what we good at. We good at catching. And one thing about catching, you got to be able to lead it. And we got the best leader in the world. Period. Uh, Okay, what y'all say? My shepherd is the best leader in the world. But like I said, it ain't so much about keeping go-go alive. It's about meeting people where they are. You know, showing them that uh, God wants worshipers, and you get caught up in tradition. Uh, when I say tradition, I mean like your old school worshipers. You know what I'm saying? People that don't believe. They even said BB King was doing devil music. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't nothing but quartet for real. But James Brown, all them kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? But God wants worshipers, and however we can lead people to learn how to worship. I've seen go-go. I've seen people fall out flat on their face, just I don't even know if they ever did it before. Just from the go-go. It's what got them there. You know what I'm saying? All of you seen it. We've been in the complex and all these other places and seen people flat out crying and on their face. It's about the worship. It's about the experience. It's about leading them to something that's better for them than what they had for themselves. That's all that is. It ain't about keeping going now.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this. Or let me say it like this.
Mm-hmm.
When you have Reverend Tony Lee and you have Reverend Bill Lee, right? And how great of lead talkers that they really, really are. What's it like to have your pastor to be able to take you right where you need to be when you're on Sunday?
It's everything. To know that they fans just like I am, to know that they have the love for go-go like I do, you know, because Pastor Reverend Tony grew up on JY, you know, so he go hard. And then you got Bill who grew up on RE, you know, he's smooth with it, but to have them get up and I could always tell when they ready to go there, if they get up and it just that go-go slim this gravel. And I done seen them mamas do some real some memorable stuff off the go-go. But it's definitely a blessing to know that they love it just as much as I love it. And they know just as much as I know, and they love the lead talking, you know, aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun, man. It's like I tell all the band members, man, like dog, it's a freedom and a fun you ain't never experienced in any other church. I don't care what church you played at. Not one. It is no freedom. There's no feeling for a musician as it is. I go ask anybody who ever played with this time, anybody and everybody. It ain't a freedom like community hope, especially when your pastor get up there. A Jack and Jill went up the hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he can run the one. Oh, put it in the pocket. The man must do the call. He be like, in the pocket. He be like, yeah, okay. Right? It's fun, Slim. It's something to look forward to right after church on Sunday, knowing you're gonna be there next Sunday. You feel me? So yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
That's what's up. I always say that those two guys, if they weren't pastors, they definitely could be lead mics of any flat out.
Either lead mics or dancers. One, them man gonna knock me out Sunday. But they look, if they couldn't be lead mic, they could at least be some dancers up there. So Tony played the bell, right? He get up there, right? He if they wouldn't lead mic, they could pretty much do everything that a front line do except sing. All right, never mind. I'm sorry, Big Reverend Big Brother Tony. Bill might be it. Never mind. All right, go ahead, Ty. My bad.
Okay, so they by far are advanced when it comes to talking, right? So let me ask you this: Do you think that being a pastor, you know, let me say it like this. Okay, let me frame it right. So I believe a pastor, if you're good at being a pastor, you have to be gifted with the gift of gab, right? You got to be able to, right? So do you think that if a pastor is musically inclined, they possibly can be a lead talker, or is that a specific gift from God?
The gift of gab.
Mm-hmm. The gift, the, being able to be a lead talker and to be a pastor. Do you think that, you know, pastors typically they're good at talking, right? They're good at putting words together and things like that, right? If they're musically inclined, do you think that they will be possibly good at being a lead talker, or do you think is a to be a lead talker and to have that ability is a gift from God?
I think the greatest lead talkers, bro, have the gift of gab.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you. But I also think that I'm ready to plug my phone up, brother. That's on down.
Yeah,
Like I'm up.
do you think?
I also think that there's uh another side to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like and it's funny you say that because I'm a big I'm big on I'm big on not having a set list like for bands and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a set list person. Like I don't know. I really don't like having a big piece of paper that I gotta adhere to.
Mm-hmm.
Because they also have a discernment, the gift to discern. The best lead talkers have a discernment gift that they may not even really uh, they may not really even know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they can read the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the things that I prided myself on. Like I've always been a crowd reader. And I think that's what made it easier for me when I end up being on the one for God's plan. I've always been able to read a crowd. So I never really wanted a set list. I want to be able to go, like we talked about, when I text you, actually we do the flow part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the flow part of it is very important because again, if you um uh if you may think it's gonna go one way when it's actually gonna go another way. You go his way. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think the gift of gab is I think it's a dangerous gift. That's what I'm saying. I know that firsthand. But it's a dangerous gift, but I think the best that like especially my pastor, um, but I also don't think a lot of pastors have the gift of gab.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of pastors don't, you know. But yeah, dang, you done got me somewhere else now. I'm thinking about the gifts in the spirit. What was the question, Ty?
We was talking about is the gift of gab and if how that correlates with being a pastor
Yeah.
and how it goes does it go parallel if they have musical talent to be a lead, could they be lead talkers?
I think so. I mean, if you look at a lot of Baptist pastors, a lot of them have a gift of gab, and they have a musical background.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them can tune up. You know, they're entertainers. Hold on, they can entertain. You know what I'm saying? I think they kind of run together a little bit. That's kind of touchy subject because some of them can tune up and actually be effective. You know what I'm saying? It's TD Jake said something that I heard, and it's one thing to be, to have that, but it's another thing to be effective. And I think the effectiveness is where it becomes that much more. The effectiveness is what is needed. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen some pastors, man, they can tune up, but that's really all they was doing was tuning up. But then I've seen some pastors that can tune up and take you all the way in there. You know what I mean? But I think the gift of gab is in. I think it's that's a touchy one, but musically, dang, bro, that's a touchy one. I'm I'm everywhere with that one. Just because I've seen the gift of gab used in I've seen the gift of gab honestly used uh in 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 two different ways. I've seen it used. Oh no, I've seen it used and I've seen it abused.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the ones that abuse it, of course, that's a demon. So, but the ones that use it, right, it's effective. But this is it's that's a touchy one for me because I got some history, not with me personally, but in my family, I got some I got both. Let's say that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Since we're talking about family, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. And I was like, huh?
I already know it is though.
I never knew DK was your brother.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, really?
Yeah. Wow. Let me ask you this. Now I know you asking the questions this evening.
Yes, sir.
But this is something so your question mark, what's your question mark? So when you say really, that question mark, what
in that moment, it was like I never heard that. And I've known you for so long. I've known your other brother for so long.
Yeah, which one? Derek?
Saquon.
Oh, Saquon. Right. Okay. Rest.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
A street away from your wife.
Yeah.
So I never knew that. So it
was
like, huh?
That's my brother. So that's my blood brother. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ask the question, the DK is taller than me. A lot taller. The meatball bald headed in the mud too. You see it's on jive like, but it ain't gone. But if you look at my other brothers too, they all of them taller than me. But when it come down to it, they know what's up. But no, that's my brother. That's my real brother.
That's
absolutely. Yeah. Hey, DK know all you gotta do is have a conversation with him. Right? And just bring me up in the conversation. And from there, it's a wrap. DK would tell you some things that I wouldn't want him to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yes, that's my little brother. Let me clarify that for all you mamas that know DK, you know what I mean, and know me. That's my little brother. But all my brothers are my little brothers. Everybody want to wear the hat. You know what I'm saying? All of them keep challenging me and everything. Like I'm getting old. Yeah, I'm getting there. I still got it. I still got it. Ty. So they test me all. You, whenever we get together, you'll see if you there, you'll see the you know, you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? But that's my little brother.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And you wanna know, you don't want to know what else?
What you got?
I did not know that he had a band.
Really?
Didn't know. I had been off for so long, dog. Like just just on my meat, on my family. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a transition from who I was to who I became. And there's a lot of stuff I stepped away from, you know what I'm saying? So I did not know. And then one day we was at a show. I think it was Hilltop, District Heights somewhere. He walked up like, "Hey, bro." I'm like, "Man, what you doing here?" Like, "Man, my band is finished playing." I'm like, "Wow." And I think it was called Energy Image at the time. But I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, so yeah, that's why that's why I won't play for him.
Really?
Hey, I know you watching this. That's why I won't play for you, because you're my brother. I don't want no problems.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely have let folks know, right? Because if I didn't know, I know a lot of folks didn't know, right? Yeah. So now everybody know.
Yeah, now y'all know. Quit asking me. Shoot. And if you missed it, you missed it. Don't ask me. No, I was playing.
True. So let's see where else we're going with it tonight. Okay, so you said that Community of Hope has a 20-year anniversary coming, right? Yeah. So is Voices of Hope doing anything special?
We're gonna be doing something all year.
Oh yeah?
All year.
Okay.
All I can tell you is just keep your stay locked. You know what I mean? We're gonna be doing something all year this year. I hope I ain't ruining it for nobody, because I don't know if everybody really know. But we're gonna be doing something all year this year. It's our 20th, and we're gonna do it. I mean, God brought us a long way. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, we done been through so much, bro. And not one single time that God ever failed to give us what we needed in any of the seasons we've been through. And trust me when I tell you, we done been through a lot of them. As far as the music ministry, bro, we done been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? But God always made sure that we had everything we needed in the moment to, what I'm saying, to get us to where we are, especially right now, especially to the global community acknowledging, where we at. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for a long time. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been praying for a long time. This is nothing new. But we done been through so much as a ministry in itself. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't never failed, man. So just y'all stay tuned, Slim, to what's about to happen in this season, man. And if you ain't know, we in Crossland High School every Sunday at 10. I had to shout that out. Sorry. But not sorry. We in Crossland High School, man. Every Sunday, 10 o'clock. Man, y'all coming in, we got a saying, man. We don't care what you did, whether you did it last night or woke up doing it this morning, Slim, you in the right place at the right time to become all that God called for you to be. And God got a name, God got a blessing with your name slam on it. And Yeah, man. It's definitely a good ride. So just stay tuned, man. Just we gonna do something this year, man. We've been in the lab working on some, so look out for the Voices of Hope. You know what I'm saying? About to drop something coming up real soon. We pretty much done. We just got a couple things to do, and yeah, it's gonna be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? To community. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no numbers on it. It's y'all can get it for free. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a blessing. You know, so I'm happy about it. So, but yeah, man, yeah, y'all stay tuned this year, man. We party. You know what I'm saying? In the name of Jesus, whatever make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on through. We partying. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
let me go ahead and put this out there.
Come on.
Reverend Lee, help me help you. So when it's time to drop the project, let me know so I can help push it out there. So even more folk can know about what you're doing, right? Because y'all get locked down. Y'all know how to do it. But let me help push it a little bit too. And
Yeah.
you did. Guess what? You made it back to Crossland. Yeah.
The joint I got put out from. I'm back, cheers, dog. Meatball.
Hilarious.
You right, dog. Hey man, when we announced we was going to Crossland, I was like, dang. First, I was like, hold on, where we going in Crossland, right? I'm like, we got what Susan got, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the cafeteria. This is the biggest room. Well, the gym. You know what I'm saying? It was the biggest gym we had. You know, I get back there, man. They got a whole new auditorium. Hey, Slim, it sound like that. I'm mixing that joke. So crazy. I ain't even lying. But yeah, hey man, if you ain't been, I'm telling y'all, 10 o'clock, Sunday, it's coming up. Y'all come through there, man. Whether you know him, whether you know God or whether you don't, you know what I'm saying? You in between, whatever, man. Whatever you worship, Slim, just come through. That's it. That's all. Okay. Let's have some fun with it. That's all.
True that. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate you
Yeah.
taking the time to come on the platform and tell everybody your stories.
Yeah.
Gospel go-go and and regular go-go. And
Yeah.
appreciate you 100%. And
No doubt.
we definitely gonna chop it up some more,
We will.
for sure. And hold up.
Trilogy. Okay, trilogy.
Real quick.
Okay.
We got, let me read this one out here.
Come on.
Dream Driver's Legacy.
Uh-huh.
See my brother still at it. This is Lil Chink from Trilogy.
Yeah.
Just stopping through to show love, big respect, always salute. Yo,
No doubt.
we've been looking for you. Hey, send me your email.
Right.
We need to talk.
Yeah. His whole Instagram ain't got nothing to do with Chink.
Really?
Dream Drivers. We don't know you by that, Slim. Golly. I wouldn't even, if I saw Dream Drivers, I wouldn't even say follow back. I don't know the people. Chink. Trilogy. My God. I forgot all about Trilogy.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. It's been a pleasure, man. Hey, Ty.
Yes, sir.
They just got half of the story.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot more to the story. I mean, to my testament, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to gospel go-go, man. I got a nephew
Yes, sir.
who play gospel go-go right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his stage name is, but his name Justin, and he sing. I don't even know what the name of the band is, but I know that
Really?
If you set it in place, man, that if you do it right, right will follow. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep doing it wrong, man. Just so just stay encouraged. That's all, brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So yeah, hey, I tried to pick the bass up the other day. I put it right back down.
You still do it, Ty? Yeah. Well, you know what? Just go on and get it together, because the next time I need to fill in, I'm gonna call you.
I won't even mess you up like that. I will refer you to someone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you or Keith. One of y'all two gonna play.
True.
No doubt.
All right, folks. So this has been a great conversation again with Supa Dave from God's Blend, from Voices of Hope. Yeah. And if you want to check out some more Gospel Go-Go, you can always tune into the Gospel Go-Go 411 radio. That's 24/7. You can hear it all day. You can even request songs. And there should be a link in the description below. Or if you're on Instagram, because we definitely got a whole bunch of folk watching on Instagram, you can hit that. That's in the bio up top. And yeah, we appreciate everybody. And we'll be back here next Thursday. And again, I appreciate my guy. And
no doubt. One love, bro. I love you to death, my nigga.
Love you too, my brother.
Yes, indeed.
All right, folks, we out of here. Gone.